So everyone was all abuzz about the new holiday dolls coming out. But no one mentioned Holiday Kens. Wow! Let's talk about it and then take a look at them. Asian Ken is Ken Looks number 15, Blasian Ken, as I call him. Basically, Mattel just made Ken Looks number 15 lighter. Just gave him that skin whitening cream and called it a day. Mattel removed his fully articulated, made-to-move body and increased his base price by $8. Well, that's just disrespectful to the consumer. Ken Looks is harder to get now, and the lowest price is $45, including shipping. But Mattel could have used another Asian fashionista mold and rooted him. How about Ken number 219 with rooted hair? How about Ken number 115? Or how about another rare face mold with Japan Ken? Hispanic Holiday Ken's face mold is King Ocean. The face mold of a doll you can get on eBay ranging from $200 plus. I appreciate the King Ocean doll mold as it's a doll that I've thought about purchasing but will not and cannot bring myself to do so for just his head, since I am not a mermaid doll collector. Before looking him up, I thought he was just a darker version of Ken number 174. The problem is that his nose bridge is more flat, but in person, not as much. It was my best guess before checking the website. White Ken is Collector Ken from the Barbie style Ken and Barbie set. Lowest price I see on eBay is $180, and on Amazon $143, not including shipping. On eBay, I see the Ken naked by himself for $75. At least he's articulated? My sister bought the set when it first came out and sold me the Ken nude for about $40. Now I have another version, $30, but not articulated. White, Hispanic, and Asian may be existing molds, but Mattel changed them up a bit so they're new face molds. But the black guy, he gets all the disrespect. Mattel used Fashionista number 162. Seriously. A doll who already had rooted hair and made absolutely no changes to him. A doll you can buy on eBay for $16 to $25 new, but Mattel wants to put him in a suit and charge us $32. Is Mattel serious? It wouldn't be so disrespectful if Mattel did something different to 162 with the paint or hairstyle, like a full afro, or made him Nubian, or lighter like the Blasian Ken Looks doll. Something, but what would have been even better is if Mattel had the courtesy to use rare face molds like they did for the first two guys. For the Black Ken, how about giving rooted hair to Fashionista 203 or Fashionista 220 or one of my favorite Fashionistas, number 183. They could have used some of the more rare Ken molds like Texas A&M or the guy from the Power Pair set. I would have preferred something I don't have since I do have those, but what a flex for Mattel if they had brought them back as a $30 doll. Now to review the dolls that I purchased. Many people prefer if they write something on the back of the box. They wrote, Ken is ready to celebrate the introduction of his first ever holiday doll. You'd think there would have been more hoopla and fanfare then. In a gold tuxedo jacket and black bow tie, your 2025 Holiday Ken doll is styled to commemorate the holidays and bring wonderful festive memories to you and those you love. Then it shows a basic picture of all four dolls with the in-box doll closer to the foreground. I'm not an in-box doll collector, so I don't care, but this abstract art on the cardboard background is somewhere between ugly and boring. You could have just made some simple gold and white snowflake back to go with the suit, or just reverse the interior color scheme from what was going on the outside, which is a pretty traditional Christmas theme. I mean, if you're going to use AI, can you type in better prompts to get better images? The other thing I'm not so into, the plastic doll stand. It does come with this Ken. I'll just leave it in the box. Before I discuss the suit, I'm going to remove it from Asian Ken. What should we name him? Junho Park. That works. So regarding Junho, he is the colorist version of Blasian Ken Looks 2023. Blasian Ken came with locked hair, and with facial hair, he looks like a black doll. Since guys with rooted hair are rare, if they're inexpensive and I like them, I'll buy them twice and give them facial hair to make them look different. The new version has heavily gelled, rooted hair with painted sides. He has a much fairer tone, which I jest, but I'm not mad at because they did something to make him different and worth collecting. He's still just as handsome of a doll. His skin tone, though, will be where the problem lays. If you've collected this brunette Ken Fashionista 193, then you know what I mean. They have the exact same odd skin tone with a green-gray undertone. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to find a good articulated match for this body. You will have to use darker or lighter. The standard white Ken body is really pink in comparison, so good luck. My Ken 193, with the same skin tone, is sporting a wheelchair Ken Fashionista 195 body. Here is Junho compared to a standard Ken doll. Here he is compared to Ken Looks 2021. Here he is compared to an Integrity Gray body. And here he is compared to an Integrity Fashion Royalty White body. And here he is compared to an Integrity Hungarian body. So if there are any other male doll collectors who know of a good match, please let us know in the comment section, because as far as I'm concerned, there is no articulated match for this body. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for this body swap. We'll see, but I'm leaning very heavily toward the Integrity White. I do like the Hispanic Ken. He's handsome, and on top of him being a mold that most people do not have, if you amazingly have King Ocean, lucky you. He has a slight cleft in his chin. This Ken has shorter, darker hair, which is a change from the original face mold. He also has brown eyes as opposed to blue. Again, for some reason, something they could not do for the Black Holiday Ken. Time to do a body match. You know, I really thought that this was going to be the simplest of the Kens to find a match for. I thought for sure his body match would be Wheelchair Ken 195. But look at this. He's much more pink in the face. This makes him more of a match for the Ryan Gosling Ken the Movie body, which is pretty orange, or the Ken Travel Extra, who is not an inexpensive doll anymore. Both are not the articulation level I prefer. So until Mattel starts putting out made-to-move bodies again, I'm going to settle for using the 195 Wheelchair Ken. Let's talk about the White Holiday Ken. His face mold is the Ken Collector from the Barbie style Barbie and Ken set. The Barbie style Ken has more of a tan and came in a made-to-move body. He looks like someone I went to school with eons ago who had two different colored eyes. I think his name was Chris. So that's why mine has two different colored eyes, if you were wondering. Also, as you can see, he has dirty blonde hair, whereas the Holiday Ken is platinum. The downgrade is that though they both have buzz sides, the Holiday Ken is painted and Chris's buzz cut is flocked. So another existing doll mold, but they made changes to his skin tone and hair, so he's collectible. unlike the black doll. And yes, I'm going to keep saying that. However, because Ken is typically white, somehow we all screwed ourselves from getting made-to-move replacement bodies. Getting any white male made-to-move Ken is expensive. So expensive, it's actually cheaper to buy an integrity body when it's in stock. So you and I will have to settle for Ken the Movie Ken's body, which is a mediocre body that cannot splay or do the side splits. And next up will be the $45 Harley Davidson body that's on Kid Super. Since Kid Super is not my favorite doll, despite all I've done, I will be giving him the Ken the Movie doll body, and I'm going to take his body and I'm going to give it to the Holiday Ken. Be careful when you select your Ken the Movie Ken dolls. The Playline version is more of a soft peach white, whereas the Ryan Gosling version has like an orange tan. Let's talk about the suit. The slacks are a cotton polyester blend. Could be a straight polyester. My qualms are that they are tight on this Model Muse body, so they may not transfer well onto a new body when he is swapped. So a new body will probably need new pants. Let's find out by trying it on these two Ken 162s. The biggest reason I did not buy the black Holiday Ken was because I already own him twice over. And I've body swapped him twice. The Ken I gave the beard to was placed on the BMR 1959 tan body. Mr. Glasses is in a fresh doll body named Anthony, the version with this red suit. That matters because his body is a different shape and color than the one they sell in Walmart. The shirt isn't built in like they did with Harry Potter dolls or the cheaper BTS doll suits. It velcros up the front and has a nice little bow tie. The only negative is that the shirt has no sleeves, but I don't mind this at $30. I'm always happier with separate pieces. The top is a separate piece with a jock strap to hold the shirt down, similar to the Twilight Kens, so you will need to remove the pants first. It has no sleeves and you will have to pop some threads at the neck to remove the shirt. The pants and shirt were a snug fit on the Muse, but are a really nice fit on the BMR made-to-move body. And it has some give, like a shirt's supposed to have. The shoes fit well, and I'm almost willing to say that this suit feels like it was made more for this body type. The shirt is nice for varying body types and fits the broad, fresh body chest that is on Anthony Glasses. The pants, however, are a tight fit. Worse with the shirt, and it will not Velcro in the back. The jacket slides on easily and also fits well on this body. The shoes also fit just fine on fresh doll bodies. Overall, I like the suit. The jacket is a pleasant tan gold medium weight satin. I wish it had a snap, but it was just lightly tacked in place. So when I pulled the plastic band that was holding him down at the chest, it popped open. I was going to open it anyway, so I can't complain. It looks nicer closed, so I will have to add a snap or Velcro closure. I think the suit would have been nicer with faux socks or full socks. Men, always wear socks with your suits. I think it's tacky when you don't. The only pass for this is if you're wearing a suit jacket, casual pants, and sandals. I want everyone to pay attention to this. Mattel just put out a doll with an existing face mold, rooted hair, a suit with 5 points of articulation for $30. Now what and where is the $70 difference between these holiday dolls and Ken Couture number 2? A few articles of clothing and plastic accessories? This is why Ken Couture 2 will probably not be purchased by me, even when he drops to $50 next summer sale. We'll see how I feel. The others have the same suit on, so I'm sure the same critiques apply. They all came on a model muse body, so just 5 points of articulation. That's sort of expected since the girls are also on model muse bodies. This seems to be standard for holiday dolls. Now I'm going to let Dr. Carlisle take it from here.
1-800-TRANSMOGRAPHY to get the body that you need. Stiff in the elbows, stiff in the knees. 1-800-TRANSMOGRAPHY. Got an older doll body? Dr. Carlisle is who you need at 1-800-TRANSMOGRAPHY.
The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. It should not be used to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any medical condition. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or treatment. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking because of something you have read or seen in this content.
Use of any information provided is solely at your